Inside an empty warehouse, two Russian soldiers are caught planning. Behind them, additional troops quietly set up firing positions. Then, shots ring out. The Russians hear gunfire, but can't pinpoint where it's coming from. They fire back toward the sound, dumping rounds into the building. Then, silence. Everyone freezes, searching for the enemy. Moments later, a Ukrainian drone targets a Ukrainian soldier. The strike misses him by just inches. That's the opening. Ukrainian forces push in from the city side, moving fast and firing hard. Rounds fly in every direction as they advance. Some of the Ukrainians are carrying mines. Two soldiers move behind the building to cut off the Russians. They take position, unleash several shots, then move in. One Russian soldier goes down. The Ukrainians keep pushing. They clear multiple rooms, checking every corner. No Russian soldiers are left alive. Finally, they find a fallen Russian fighter. The Ukrainians recover ammunition from the body and continue forward. Here, a Ukrainian soldier drops a grenade straight into a Russian bunker. The blast hits hard. Right after, Ukrainian troops open fire, sending multiple rounds into the bunker to make sure nothing moves. Seconds later, another grenade is thrown into the same position. When the smoke clears, one Russian soldier is taken out. Then a drone comes into view. From the aerial footage, it's clear. Every Russian inside the bunker has been eliminated. The Ukrainians don't stop there. They continue drone surveillance over the nearby forest. Several more Russian soldiers are found eliminated in the surrounding area. Here, a Ukrainian transport vehicle carrying multiple soldiers is on the move. Out of nowhere, a Russian drone comes in and targets the vehicle. The Ukrainians react fast. Every soldier jumps out just before the drone hits. The vehicle is destroyed on impact, but critically, no Ukrainian troops are wounded in the strike. Here, Russian soldiers are riding motorcycles across open ground. Out of nowhere, a drone locks on to one rider. The hit is devastating. The rest of the group breaks instantly, ditching their bikes in panic. Then heavier units roll in. 8 Russian tanks and trucks move into view. Ukrainian drones strike again and again. Even under attack, the convoy keeps pushing forward. After several hits, Russian troops jump out of their vehicles. They rush into a damaged house for cover. But the situation gets worse. With an advanced Ukrainian drone circling above, the Russians decide to pull back. You can see the trucks reversing and changing direction. The Ukrainians keep pressing, continuing drone attacks as the convoy retreats. Here, Ukrainian soldiers push forward after getting a tip that Russian troops are hiding in the bushes. Suddenly, they're met with heavy fire. They hit the ground fast and take defensive positions. The Ukrainians fire back hard, sending rounds toward the enemy while continuing to move forward. The firefight escalates. One Ukrainian soldier is wounded, hit in the left leg. Then a Russian tank rolls into view. It doesn't last long. A Ukrainian drone slams into the tank, igniting its ammunition. The blast is massive. On the ground, Ukrainian forces keep the pressure on. Above them, drones hunt Russian positions and drop explosives. When the fighting dies down, several Russian soldiers have been eliminated. Here, a Russian self-defense missile truck is in position. A Ukrainian drone quickly locks on. The drone hits the truck head-on. Right after the strike, a missile launches uncontrollably from the system. The Russian crew bails out fast. Just seconds later, the truck detonates in a massive explosion, wiping out the entire system. Here, Ukrainian troops push across the terrain. Russian forces suddenly fire on them. The Ukrainians answer back fast, firing multiple rounds and pushing ahead. One Russian soldier is taken out during the exchange. The advance continues. As the Ukrainians move through the area, they find more Russian fighters eliminated after the heavy fighting. The ground is secured and the position is taken from Russian control.
Here, a Ukrainian soldier comes across a Russian bunker. He fires a few rounds into the opening to see if anyone's inside. Then he moves on to the top of the bunker, drops a grenade, and backs off fast. The blast goes off inside. The soldier returns, firing several more rounds, and pushes into the bunker. Inside, multiple Russian fighters have been eliminated. Here, Ukrainian forces use a drone to spot Russian soldiers. As soon as contact is confirmed, Ukrainian troops on the ground engage. Both sides trade heavy fire. The firefight lasts several minutes, with drones guiding the attack and ground forces pressing forward. The Russians are overwhelmed. When the firing stops, no Russian soldiers remain alive in the position. Here, Ukrainian troops push into a forest after getting a tip about Russian soldiers hiding nearby. As they move deeper, they spot a Russian fighter already down. Then, a drone appears overhead. The drone begins targeting Russian positions across the forest, dropping explosives from above. Strike after strike hits its mark. When the operation ends, no Russian soldiers remain alive in the area. Here, a Russian armored truck races forward at full speed. Ukrainian drones lock on and stay with it. Despite the speed, the drone closes the distance. The strike hits the truck, sending it out of control. One soldier bails out as the vehicle burns. The truck erupts in flames. The injured soldier tries to put out the fire with a fire extinguisher, but his injuries are severe.
Here, Russian troops move forward in a transport vehicle, while others advance through the forest. They locate a bunker and fire several rounds into it, checking for movement. No one's inside. The group pushes on. They then enter a destroyed house where Russian soldiers are hiding. A firefight breaks out. One Ukrainian soldier is wounded by enemy fire. The Ukrainians respond, eliminating some Russian fighters. However, most of the Russian troops retreat and escape from the position. Here, Ukrainian troops take cover in the forest as Russian soldiers open fire. They fire back, holding their positions during a heavy exchange. After several minutes, the Ukrainians push forward. On the ground, they find multiple Russian soldiers eliminated. They recover ammunition from the bodies and keep moving. Soon after, a Russian soldier steps out and surrenders. He's detained without resistance and taken into Ukrainian custody. Here, Ukrainian troops are caught in thick bushes with Russian soldiers close by. Gunfire breaks out immediately. Both sides trade heavy fire in tight terrain. After the exchange peaks, Ukrainian soldiers advance through the brush. As they move in, it becomes clear every Russian fighter in the area has been eliminated. For more real frontline footage from the Russia-Ukraine war, tap the video popping up on your screen now.